If you are receiving this transmission, you are the Cynical Militia. You are listening to Professor Cynical on all available frequencies. This is not a test.
Coming to you from a studio in Glasgow, this is Professor Cynical.
Good day, you absolute legends. We have some breaking news indeed. Now, a video game publisher known for making a game called Once Human, and it's a free-to-play game, and it's on virtually on all platforms, even on mobile devices, have been caught ripping assets from No Man's Sky. They've been stealing assets from Hello Games and selling it on their own game platforms as part of loot boxes. This is absolutely crazy. Now, I was made aware of this by this post right here. And as you can see, it's the next post, and it says, hey, at No Man's Sky, at Hello Games, they've tagged the whole team here. Are you aware that Once Human is selling your team's assets in-game? And yeah, you can see straight away, that is the teleporter. And it is literally a one-to-one rip of the teleporter. And yeah, Once Human premium loot box top reward. Wow. So Once Human, who are Once Human? Like, who develops them? What is it all about? So I've got it up on screen right here. Once Human is a free-to-play post-apocalyptic third-person open-world multiplayer survival game developed and published by Starry Studio, a NetEase subsidiary. So, in other words, it's a Chinese developer. The game was released for Windows on July 9th, 2024, and for iOS and Android on April 23rd, 2025. Yeah. So, this isn't good, ladies and gentlemen, but Hello Games have responded, or should I say, Mr. Murray have responded, and trust me, the response, ladies and gentlemen, is Giga Chad energy. I absolutely love Mr. Murray for this, and we'll get on to why. So Mr. Murray put this, jokes on them, we forgot to load those rivets. Guys, for those who know what that means, knows what that means. But for those who don't know what that means, long story short, loading is pretty much essential when it comes to integrating models and assets from, for example, Blender or whatnot, into a game or a project. Basically, it makes everything run a lot more smoother. It just means that the graphics don't need to like work as much to load in assets and so on. But because there is no optimizations and they forgot to put the LOD in those rivets, basically the GPU is having to work like so much more extra. Like, it's not even funny. The amount of extra work for a GPU to basically load up that asset and run it and make it look good in game is bananas. And that's why this is such a funny thing, because basically them ripping that off of No Man's Sky straight away to load it into their own game is going to cause so many problems, especially on the server side. It's going to just basically be an absolute nightmare. And that's probably the best way that I can explain it. So to better explain what the whole LOD thing is, I've put it into Grok and I've asked it to explain the LOD joke like I am eating Crayola, and this is what it says. Okay, Crayola Muncher buddy, sit down with your waxy snack. Game thingy, toy spaceship base, zoom far, looks like blocky potato. Zoom close, boom. 1 million tiny screws, rivets, mini screws like glitter fats on metal. So pretty, but game goes slow as Grandma's turtle. Smart game daddy, No Man's Sky forgot to make far potato version. It's secret messy toy. Steely bad guys copy it exact, paste it in their game. Now their toy has 1 million glitter screws too. Joke, ha, they stole our oopsie. Their game chokes like you on a crayon. We win. Picture screw explosion. Proof, thief too lazy to fix. Eat more Crayola. To be fair, that actually made perfect sense to me. I don't know about you, but that was actually a really good way of explaining it. Now, some of the comments underneath Mr. Murray's post are just chef's kiss. So we're going to have a quick read of a few of them right now. Bwahahaha. I suppose this is a good way to get back at asset thieves. Absolutely, because like I was saying, the server hit from this, it's basically having to produce a super high resolution model that was never intended to go into game. Because like I said, it's normally a low polygon version that gets optimized and brought into the game. So the fact is that they've just ripped this asset and put it into their own game. It's going to cause so many problems. So this is why basically they should never have done that to begin with. And I hope Hello Games pursues this further, because this isn't right. This next one is just straight to the point. More polygons. Oh, guys, honestly, why? Why do companies do this? Especially one like Once Human. Now, I'm going to disclose something here. I have played Once Human. In fact, I was very much addicted to it for months. And it was a great game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So the fact is that they've done something schemy like this. I will never be touching that game ever again. And the fact is, the fact that they've been caught doing this isn't going to be good now for their reputation going forward, and I highly suspect they're going to lose players over this. I mean, this isn't right. The next comment underneath the post goes like this: GPU goes brr. Absolutely. The GPU is going to be having a meltdown just trying to load in that asset. Another comment puts this: one Rivet has more triangles than the entire PlayStation 1 library combined. You know, and guys, I could keep on reading these comments, but honestly, that's the thing. The high polygon count alone is just going to cause so many server issues that the Once Human company, the devs, that for whatever reason, like I said, that they're not exactly a small company, so they could have easily afforded to build their own version or an inspired version by No Man's Sky themselves without literally ripping it off of Hello Games. And it would have not caused any of these issues, including now the backlash from very blatantly ripping off an asset. It's actually mad. It's actually mad. Now, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, I do need to say a very quick disclaimer here. Is that basically I'm only reading the news, I'm only reading what's in front of me here, and this is what's been said online. Now, until any more further investigation happens, if that's the way Hello Games wants to play this, then it might look very, 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 very similar to Hello Games assets, but we can't 100% say for sure that it is. So we do have to take this with a pinch of salt until we have more definitive, conclusive investigations and answers. But, you know, it looks similar, and there is no denying that. I have to cover my own back here, I'm just saying. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, just a very quick video from me here today, just keeping you up with the latest news when it comes to No Man's Sky. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. If this is true and this is what's actually happened, then how do you feel about that? Let me know, comment section down below. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's everything from me here today. And as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.
Join the Cynical Militia on Professor Cynical's Patreon. No exclusive perks needed. Just your passion for epic space adventures and bold discussions keeps the galaxy spinning. Choose your tier. Fuel the mission. Repent Jar. $1 a month. Forgiveness for your ad block sins. A pack of Monster. $5 a month. Keep the creative thrusters firing. Absolute Legends. $10 a month. That got me thinking. $50 a month. A bold, questionable financial decision that screams you're all in. Why join? Every pledge strengthens the Cynical Militia, keeping Professor Cynical's YouTube channel a thriving hub for No Man's Sky fans, craving news, updates, and unfiltered discussions. You're not just a supporter, you're part of a galactic community that dares to explore and think differently. Don't just traverse the stars, own them. Enlist now at patreon.com/ProfessorCynical1. and let's conquer the No Man's Sky universe together.